first of all,
yes,
before we get started, I don't want to what's the word? I don't want to contour. I don't want to, I don't want
you didn't even do any
wait,
bomb
listen, no. I don't want to direct this interview. This is your interview. But before you direct me, because this is your thing on me, I want to congratulate you for all your success.
Thank you.
And I say that from the bottom of my heart.
I know you do.
Because I've seen you from the beginning.
From the beginning.
From the beginning. And I can see that Joe helped you out a lot, and the store and everyone.
Your mom.
Everyone. And I know you're wrapped. I don't want to say wrapped up, but you're happening now. This is good. But before you weren't.
No.
Before you weren't.
But I was on my way.
But now you are, and it's fucking awesome.
Yes.
And that's why when I see you, I'm so happy for you. Congratulations.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, bro, for sure.
When we spoke, you said something to me that really put me over the top on the phone. You didn't know it. You said something, and you said, Mom. And I got off the phone, and I thought about what you had said, something, Mom, and I thought about your mom for a long time that weekend for a couple of days, because she hasn't been at the store for a few years.
Yeah.
So it's like out of sight, out of mind.
Are you going to play the sad music now, bro?
No.
Is he going to play?
No, but it's funny.
Sweaty fucking meatball in the corner. Play the sad fucking music.
There's no sad music here.
I know, I'm just
There's only happy music.
I'm kidding.
Crazy is that.
But no, it's sad to talk about it. I know.
No, not at all. This is happy story, I'm telling you.
Okay.
I got locked up, Pauly. I went to prison. I came out. I'm in a fucking halfway house. And you're on MTV, okay? And somewhere along the line, I watched Andrew, and I decide, I don't know nothing about nothing. I decide I want to try comedy.
And you didn't watch, I wasn't the one that motivated you? What the fuck?
Andrew.
I thought you just
a bunch of
he
people.
He just said Andrew motivated.
No. I saw you.
Fucking Blueberry, talk
Andrew,
to me.
You, Andrew, just a bunch of guys.
No,
Kennison, that I liked. And Richard Pryor, I liked since I was a kid. And then I got the ball, I got nerves, and I went up on stage. And I went up the first time at Ed Nichols' place.
This is East Coast?
This is 1991, Denver, Colorado.
Oh, wow.
I got up on stage. Ed Nichols sees me.
Who's Nickel?
Ed Nichols is one of the owners of the Comedy Works at the time.
Okay.
On the old school comic with George McKelvey and all those guys. I come back like 2 weeks later. I get on stage again. And he goes, you know what, man? Your material sucks, but your presence is really, really good. And he goes, has Mitzi Shore ever seen you? Right? So that was the first plant, okay? Now I'm watching you guys. I don't know nothing about the Comedy Store. I know nothing that it exists. I know nothing. And then there's a contest at the Comedy Works, and I come in second. But the next day it's discovered that the guy that won first prize stole the jokes from Seinfeld.
Oh, wow.
So I automatically become the first prize winner. And the first prize is to perform for Mitzi Shore at the Comedy Store on a Sunday night, a hotel room at the Hyatt. 3 weeks after that, I get thrown out of the Comedy Works, so the prize goes away. So I'm like, I'm never going to get to meet this Mitzi everybody tells me about. And this went on for years. Steve Sharippa pulled me aside, and he goes, the Mitzi Shore Senior, Steve McGraw, all these comics.
Yeah, but how long were you doing stand-up?
Yeah. A year.
And
people come up
to
me
and
go,
you started late. How old are you now?
54.
So 54. So you haven't been doing it. You're like Kirk Fox.
I started when I was 32 or something
Yeah,
like
that's pretty late. Yeah.
28.
Yeah, you're like Dean Del Rey.
Yeah, 28.
Dean Del Rey started late, yeah.
No, Dean Del Rey started late. I started in 91. I started in 91,
wrong.
but I was
just that's when you started.
That's when you started.
Yeah.
I started late. So
stop fucking looking at me like that, dude. You're freaking me out. I'm sorry.
Throughout this whole
You know what I'm
fucking
saying?
time,
This fucking guy.
No, throughout this whole time, then I meet Angel Salazar, and then I meet all these comics.
Jack Purdue.
And they're like, it's Mitzi Shore Sr. Yeah. And at that time, I didn't live in L.A. And I'm like, first off, I'm not going to move to L.A. to chase this fucking woman. And number two, I'm not good enough to walk into the fucking store. So that was the end of that. Like, by this time, I had read the Kennison book in 96, and I had gotten a little bit more. I knew about the Kennison, and I knew about the Comedy Store, and I got your history, and Andrew's history, and Richard Pryor's history, and this when you're an open mic and you don't live in California, the grand prize is the Comedy Store Improv or Laugh Factory. When you're traveling on the road to
what's the order though? What's the best?
It's the Comedy Store Improv
is the
and
best
Laugh
one.
Factory.
What's the best one?
Well, that was always for me. People always pointed me to the Comedy Store, So for me, it was going to be the Comedy Store. I got into town on a Monday at 6 o'clock, and I was at the Comedy Store at 9 o'clock. And Wheels got me up at like midnight. Don Barris was hosting. It was an open mic on a Monday night, and Wheels got me up. And then I called Scott Day. Doug Stanhope recommended me. A few other people. And then Scott Day called me one day and he goes, listen, you got to wait 6 months. It's a 6 month.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
After she saw you?
No, I never seen Mitzi Shore.
Oh, really?
Never saw. I saw pictures in books and old magazines and shit like that. And then I got a call from Scott at 6 o'clock on a Friday. And he goes, listen, 2 people fell out. If you're available, you're there. I got here January 29th, and I became a regular February 19th. That's how fast it was. It was 3 weeks. 3 weeks, and I was a regular. There was no come back in 3 weeks. I went up there. I walked off. She goes, can you do 3 minutes? I said, yeah. She goes, come back next week and do 10. Yeah. I did 10, and that was it.
Yeah.
I came back. She gave me a spot on Monday. I got bumped by Eddie Griffin. I didn't quit. He did 4 hours. I still didn't quit. And I'm happy I never fucking quit. And then, so it was kind of weird. My mother died at an early age. And when I got to the store, she used to call me Fat Baby. But the beauty is...
My mom called you Fat Baby.
Yeah, she wouldn't even call me to my face. She put on the fucking lineup. So I have a bunch of lineups at the house.
Oh, that's cool.
That say Fat Baby on them. Like old lineups from the main room that say, Paul Mooney, Fat Baby. So it's just kind of weird.
It's hard to... For me, it's hard to talk about it because it's very personal for me. Do you understand?
The store or...
Everything.
Okay.
You know, I mean, the whole thing, mom being sick is a fucking nightmare.
It's a nightmare.
It's a fucking nightmare. And it's been really hard, and I don't like to really talk about it. You know what I mean? It's
No,
like,
I
it's like...
No, I understand.
I'm very sensitive about it.
It's,
She's been sick, and everyone's looking at the store like it's going so great. It's like my mom's there just because she's physically not there. She's watching all of us. Do you understand?
Yes, and I believe it too.
And she put her wand on that place, on that building, and it's just this circular, fun energy. You know, now that there's great management in there, and it's stepped up to the 21st century or whatever, and everyone's got great social media, and everyone's loving. Everyone's kind of everyone's hugging each other, and that's her. And it's sad that she can't see it. Like that's like she created that college environment. Everyone. That's how it's always been.
Well, I'm a failure because I stayed in college for 20 years, Doug.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying.
I mean, it's a good feeling.
Fucking years. I'm 54 years old, and I've been at the store for 20 years as a regular.
We're going in like fucking Marines. You understand me?
Welcome to church, motherfucker.